The call came at dusk while I was still in the field. Static, then a voice. Local hospital. Your daughter is in critical condition. She jumped from a second-floor window. My heart didn't race. It slowed, like the world was narrowing, reducing itself to a single point. Then her voice, faint, carried through the line. Dad, Mom's new husband locked me in. Starved me. 3 days. He said if I didn't change my last name to his, he'd leave me in there forever. Silence. I could hear the machines beeping around her. I could hear her pain pressing through every breath. My commander's voice cut in, flat, ruthless. Leave everything, go home. I want him gone. The line went dead, and I stood there in the cold night, hands steady, rage quiet. My war had just changed battlefields. The hospital smelled like bleach and despair. I found her hooked to IVs, pale as a ghost, lips cracked from thirst. She looked at me the way a prisoner looks at the sky for the first time. She told me everything, in fragments. Locked doors, empty plates, his voice taunting her through the crack. Her mother wasn't absent. She was complicit. The woman I once trusted had stood by while another man tried to erase me from my daughter's blood, from her name, from her life. Infidelity had a shape I could recognize. Betrayal had a taste I'd swallowed before. But this was worse. This was annihilation. When my daughter fell asleep, I left the room. My ex-wife sat in the waiting area, eyes red but dry. She reached for me, trembling. I didn't know, she whispered. The lie sat between us like a knife. I said nothing. Silence is sharper. I didn't strike. Not yet. Instead, I did what I was trained to do, gather intelligence. Hospital staff whispered about old bruises, unexplained injuries, reports buried in paperwork. He had been careful. Starvation leaves fewer marks. I traced financial records, emails, late-night calls. Patterns emerged. Every move she made aligned with his control. He didn't just dominate her, he owned her. But she let him. I replayed my daughter's words again and again in my head. He locked me in. He starved me. Every time I heard them, I reminded myself, rage is weakness when it spills uncontrolled. So I kept mine bottled, distilled, waiting. I watched my ex-wife. Her hands shook when she thought no one was looking. She deleted texts quickly, too quickly. She wasn't afraid of losing me. She was afraid of exposure. She knew what he was, and she let him near my daughter anyway. The proof came in documents I pulled from a lawyer's desk, custody filings he never intended me to see. His name, printed bold, ready to replace mine on my daughter's birth certificate. Legal erasure. That was the plan all along. I laid the papers on the hospital cafeteria table. She walked in, pale, exhausted, expecting sympathy. Instead, she found her own signature at the bottom of those forms. She froze. What is this? I didn't raise my voice. I didn't move. It's your truth. Her eyes scanned the lines, and her breath faltered. She tried to speak, but the words tangled in her throat. She stammered about pressure, manipulation, fear. Excuses. I leaned forward once. You were going to let him erase me, and kill her in the process. Her tears spilled, but I didn't feel them. I felt nothing. I placed the forms back in the envelope, slid it across the table to her. The police already have copies. Her face collapsed, not from guilt, from fear. Fear of consequence. You can't. I already did. The words landed like steel. She reached for me, desperate, but I stood. My shadow stretched over her as she crumbled into the chair. You'll never see her again, I said. Her sobs echoed down the empty cafeteria hall. For once, they weren't rehearsed. They were real. I left her there drowning in them. Back in the hospital room, I sat by my daughter's bed. Her breathing was shallow but steady. I watched the rise and fall of her chest, each breath proof she had survived what they tried to do. And I thought about revenge. People imagine it's fire, loud and violent. But the real thing? It's cold, quiet. It's walking away from the wreckage while they choke on the truth you left behind. I kissed her forehead, tucked the blanket tighter around her. I realized then I hadn't just ended their game, I had erased them. And for the first time in years, I felt nothing but clarity. The war was over, and I had won.